Bondi Brewery Co. is a microbrewery started in Bondi, which is in Sydney's eastern suburbs, in 2018. They produced a combination of beers and seltzers in which they distribute along Australia's east coast. The politics between the UK and Australia are very strong and will remain that way throughout time. Due to Brexit, there was a slight concern for brewery companies who have stayed clear of exporting to the UK because it is expensive. In saying this, Scott Morrison has come out announcing that they're making a new trade deal with the UK this year, which means Bondi Brewing will be able to explore the UK market. Beers and pubs contribute to a staggering £23 billion to the UK GDP. This sector provides 900,000 jobs, and for every 10 drinks purchased at a pub, 7 of them are beers. The UK imports 91 million kilograms of beer from non-European countries, meaning the economy that Bondi Brewing is entering is safe and reliable. The only challenge will be is being able to compete with so many competitors and being able to manage a decent price on the beverage, where there will be cheaper local options. Australian beer is already 32% more expensive than the UK, which would also be a concern. In the UK, drinking beer is a major part of their culture. There is 71 litres of beer consumed per capita a year, which is already an alarm bell for a gigantic potential market. The pub culture is like no other in the UK, with 47.2 thousand pubs spread across where families go there to socialise, play games and go for a Sunday roast. Bondi Brewing would be a great addition to the UK pub culture because when people from the UK think of Australia, they think of Bondi Beach, with over 10% of all tourists to Bondi being from the UK. On a cold winter's night in the UK, people still can get a taste of the Bondi Beach brew.
The beer industry relies heavily on technology to develop and refine distribution channels. Without this technology, we wouldn't have any beers on the shelves. But if a company doesn't have the leading technology to speed up their distribution process, it will eventually lead to delays and higher costs. And as Bondi Brewery is a fairly small and local known beer company, this creates a large problem when wanting to import to the UK, as the issue of money and the competitiveness of the beer market is fairly high. Although with a large population of tourists being from the UK, this gives small businesses like Bondi Beer the advantage from word of mouth. Legal issues often affect beer industries when it comes to packaging, advertisement, and labeling. When publicizing beer brands, the target audience must be over the legal age, which can be different in some countries. In both Australia and the UK, it is from the age of 18. Therefore, Bondi Brewery would have to follow the laws of the country they wish to enter. Then, due to the fact that Australia and the UK beer laws are very similar, the advertisement and packaging of Bondi Brewery in the UK would not have to change to a great extent in comparison to other countries.
The political factors that must be considered by Bondi Brewery Co. are: Germany is in the EU and thus imported beer is affected by EU trade regulations, which Germany itself does not solely control. In the EU, beer is taxed by quantity and strength, and Germany has a large domestic brewery industry, which will hold significant political sway. The economic factors which must be considered by Bondi Brewery Co. are: record low beer consumption has been recorded in previous years, and as such beer consumption has trended downwards since the 1980s, and as a premium product at $90 a case in Australia compared to a more standard $50, their product may suffer from attempting to enter a stagnant economic region such as Germany. Social factors to consider in Germany are: Germans drink the fourth most beer in the world, and famous festivals where large volumes of beer are consumed, such as Oktoberfest, which is a 2-week-long festival, but this festival uses traditional beers.
Germany used to be the largest producer of beer in Europe, yet over the past 50 years that has changed due to technological advancement in other countries and a wider demand for alcoholic beverages. Due to these technological advancements in other countries, Germany now mainly exports its hops rather than brewing them within the country to create beer. A study shows that beer production in Germany is on a steady decline since its peak in 1992, where it was producing 12 million tonnes of beer, accounting for roughly 26% of the total European production of beer. This has steadily been overtaken by its imports, which is Germany's current main source of beer.
In addition, there are many environmental factors that inhibit the way we export the beer to Germany. The exportation process can be detrimental to the planet, harnessing large amounts of general pollution via planes and ships. Although this is regular with today's large amounts of imports and exports, when all added together, this can become a large environmental factor that affects the earth. Finally, a large factor affecting our success in Germany is the legal factors. As a result of harsh tariffs and alcohol laws, importing alcohol incorrectly has its consequences. Subsequently, we must make sure that our label and brand may coexist with German brands. Further, we must consider the beer production law, the beer purity law, that outlaws the production of beer in Germany if it includes anything other than water, hops, and malt barley. This leaves a prominent gap in the market for certain craft beers to be imported.
The overall attractiveness of importing Bondi beer breweries, products and alcohol to the UK and Germany was an easy decision once we were able to establish the cost differences and the policies that each country enforce. When importing the beers, we decided on the UK to be the most suitable for the product to be represented, as due to the language barrier and the cost of taxes to import the product to Germany was a large difference compared to the UK.